Hi, I'm Lou Kren, Senior Editor of MetalForming magazine here at FABTECH 2025 in Chicago, and I'm here with Lee Ellard, North American Sales Manager for Stamtec Mechanical Presses. And Lee, you're going to tell us a little bit about your booth here at FABTECH for the Four on the Floor viewers.
Right.
And Lee, first of all, can you talk about what new products will visitors be seeing at your booth this year?
Well, this is the first time we've had a relatively large servo press in the booth. This is a 220-ton machine, 2.88-inch beds. This is a lot bigger than we normally bring to a show, and it's, of course, featuring our servo technology and incredibly easy-to-use HMI. I think it's the easiest in the industry, very intuitive. So that's exciting for us to be able to showcase this press. Down the other end down there, we've got a high-speed press, which is a new series for us. I don't know if I can mention competitors, but there's a very popular model of press, high-speed, typically 100 to 200 tons, 60-inch bed, 2 to 4-inch stroke, runs in the 200 to 300 strokes per minute range. And we've tried to, that was a great product for so many years in the United States. We just decided to start building one like that ourselves. So that is on the other end. It's called our HS2. So that's the two, the high-speed technology and the servo technology are the two things that we're showcasing at this show.
Oh, okay. And if we could talk a little bit about, the market factors out there and how they're impacting the adoption of your company's technology.
I think the adoption has been tremendous by certain customers, the more progressive, creative customers. A lot of the old school type customers are maybe still reluctant, but probably the biggest roadblock to adoption might be tooling, because all the great things that a servo press can do, a lot of it depends on if you're going to design tooling to work with it. So a little bit of the adoption of the old mindset and a little bit of not having maybe the tool makers that are really great at building tools to work with servo technology yet.
Sure.
But it's still being, widely accepted, getting more widely accepted as the years go on. So,
how has your company adjusted to, what we just talked about here, the market conditions, and you kind of touched on that a little bit?
Well, we've tried to make the technology easier to use. I mentioned the really simplified HMI, and really anybody can walk up and start using the machine within a few minutes. Even with these complicated stroke profiles, we've tried to build in complicated stroke profiles, but they're very easy to use and to set up. So, very high-end technology, but ease of use. So is that what you want to know? I mean, and the other, we're still seeing the need for high-speed presses, which are not servo. For guys that are doing flat work, very high production rates, you don't really need the servo technology sometimes, or it's better to just run it at high-speed traditional mechanical press. Hence the other model we developed recently I was talking about for the higher speed applications.
Oh, okay. And one last question, Lee. If you could let people know a little bit, about the company history or capabilities, some of that sets Stamtec apart.
Okay. Well, Stamtec has been in the United States supplying presses since the mid-1980s, but actually been building presses through our parent company, who actually owns us. They're a Taiwanese company that started back in the 1940s. So we've been around a long time worldwide, a big footprint here in North America since the early 80s, and started kind of like some of the other press manufacturers, just learned to build a clutch and brake, and from there, what are the applications for a really good clutch and brake system, and stamping presses is a natural. I think that's much the way Minster started out in a similar fashion. So we've been around a long time. We're going to be around a lot longer, hopefully, than you and I are. And so that's it.
Great. MetalForming's Four on the Floor here at FABTECH 2025 with Lee Ellard of Stamtec. Thank you, Lee.
Thanks, Lou.